quick demonstration of Murmurations Profile Generator and the map and directory which it powers. So here we see the map and all the dots on there, and then this is the equivalent data just shown in the directory view. So let's start by creating a profile. The Murmurations Profile Generator is designed to let you create your profile easily in JSON format and publish it against any selected schemas or multiple selected schemas at the same time, so that you could appear on different maps on different websites. So for now, we'll just start with a test, which only asks for very basic questions. So we'll call this Ollie Birmingham, and I think it's Birmingham's longitudinal lat is 52.2. So we put in those. The questions here which get asked are obviously relevant to the schema that you've chosen. So the test schema only asks for name and geolocation coordinates. You can do that by locating yourself here easily, and then continue to step 3, and it generates your JSON code for you. And then at this point, you have two choices about where to host your profile. So one could be on your website, and the other is on Murmurations. So to host on your own website, what you need to do is copy the code here, and then create a file called something like profile.json and upload it to your website at your website / whatever profile.json, and then come here and input that URL to tell the index where you've stored your profiles so that it can access it. But for now, just for simplicity, I will do so on Murmurations. So I'm going to sign in, and now I have the option to host on Murmurations. So my profile is still here, and this just basically saves you the hassle of creating your own file and then uploading it. And so it means that your profile then gets saved to your dashboard here on Murmurations. So here we can see now it's been received by the index, and if we just wait for a second, it's been posted. So now my dot should be on the map. So now if we just flick back to the map here and zoom in a little bit to try and find Birmingham. Maybe 52.2 was not Birmingham. I think it might have been the other way around. Let's just search for Birmingham. Okay, I put myself in the sea. Fair enough. But that's the test profile that we created, and there is the dot on the map. If we look at this at the minute, apply all the schemas, we can see that that is the profile that I created, and we should see that on all schemas. But then if we want to filter this data down to just the test schema, we get less dots on the map, because these are the only profiles which are matching against the test schema. And there I am again. If we want to see a different set of data, then we can select a different schema. So this complementary currency schema is one created by the Complementary Currency Alliance, which mainly lists all of these alternative currency schemes all over France. And so what we can do now, just to demonstrate further functionality, obviously all this information is available via the directory view as well. It's basically exactly the same. You just only see the information that's been posted against the test schema. And then again, obviously, if we flick to the complementary currency schema, you see all of these organizations in France. So just to give you an idea of the other bit functionality of Murmurations, if we look at our dashboard, and then we go back and we update this profile, we can make some changes to it and add it to an additional schema as well to get it to show on another map. But just quickly while we're here, I wanted to show you this one, because as you see, the URLs for this file that I created is mpg.murmurations.network, and then with this long hash on the end of it, that's basically the file location for my profile which I just created, Ollie Birmingham. This one here is a real file for the Open Co-op, which I've created and stored on my own website. So here, if we visit this URL, you can see it here. this is my actual JSON file for the Open Co-op, and all of this information is listed in the Murmurations map. It's just being served from Open.coop rather than being hosted with Murmurations. So that's the two different ways that you can host your file. So again, if we just come back and we want to update this test that we did and now make it fit against both schemas, the Murmurations map and the test schema, if we edit it, then we come in and you'll see now we get asked for additional information. So I will have a website and call it HTTPS. It's not going to like that. There we go. And some description and a mission, a location, put myself in the UK, GB, fair enough. Birmingham. Can leave that out, could add an image if I want, and an RSS feed, some other tags. These things are not required, but for now, let's just have a test tag. I think that's going to work. And continue. So now we see my profile has been augmented with the additional information that I added. There's my org type tags and my mission and my description. So now here I can just do the same thing. I could choose to host it myself remotely or just host it here with Murmurations. It gets posted, gets received. It's in the index. We can now go back to the map and zoom in again. Find the profile, which hasn't been updated, probably because I need to do a little refresh here. So I'll just do that again. So now we see we've got the sum description has also popped up. And if I now look at the Murmurations map schema, I should also be here where I wasn't before. And then if we look in the directory view and search for Birmingham, then you see we've got the same additional information has been added. If I had a logo here, it would also be showing. And now that I've got a URL as well, you'll see down here, bottom left-hand corner, when I hover over Ollie Birmingham, that becomes a link to test.com. That is effectively the quick demo. The other aspect to show you is that when you're using the Murmurations Profile Generator, you don't actually have to be logged in, trying to keep this as open as possible and not require people to register with Murmurations. So you can just go off and create your own JSON file however you want, or using the Murmurations Profile Generator, and then just come in here to submit your URLs. So you don't really have to touch the Murmurations Profile Generator if you don't want to. This is purely just designed to give you easy access to creating profiles which match against various different schemas and provide an entry point to the API, the Murmurations API, which is all available here on Swagger. So this gives you instructions as to how to use the Murmurations API if you're a developer.